Hey guys, so today I'm showing you how to do the texture assignment. There's two parts to this assignment. One is that video. I know the guy's voice is a little bit boring, but it's a short video, it's to the point, it's exactly what we need as a quick review, and there's only two questions to follow it, so it should take you like between 5 and 10 minutes, alright, not long at all. The second part, which is why I'm giving you 2 days to do this, that way you can really take your time and kind of experiment a little bit, is to the drawing part. So to experiment with the actual texture, creating actual texture, so that way whenever we come back, whenever that is, we can really start and get down and dirty with different textures and all that good stuff. So I'm going to move the camera down here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Alright, so what you need is a piece of paper. Alright. Printer paper is ideal. If you don't have anything else, notebook paper is okay. Right? Really, any material works for this. If you have a pen or a marker or a good old-fashioned pencil will always do the trick. Right? What you are going to do first is you're going to fold your paper in, so you have a bunch of sections. Now, on the directions, it says that you need at least 6 squares or, spaces, which I wasn't really thinking. It's a little tricky to do that, but I'm going to show you how to do the 6, and then I find it's a lot easier to just do 8 squares, so I'm going to show you how to do that too. So to do the 6, you fold your paper into thirds. Alright, so you go like that and flatten it down, and then you'd open it up and fold it this way. Alright, so that's if you want to just do the 6, that's how you do it. If you want to do the 8, which I'm going to do, just because I find it easier to fold, you're going to follow this way. So you're going to fold it in half first. So we've got 2. And then you're going to fold it in half again. Alright, so we've got 4. And then we do it one more time. Alright, so if we did this correctly, we should have 8. You want to make sure your edges are nice and flat. You don't want your paper all wonky. You want all of your spaces to be even. And I'm going to open it up. Aha! So 8 even spaces. On a side note, if you see a dog walking around, that's Zoe. Right, you might see her pop up right over there. Right. All right, so back to the important part. We've got 8 spaces. Now, in those 8 spaces, I want you to put a different texture in each space. Right. A couple ways to do that. Say 3 ways to do that. Right. Option 1 is to get whatever material, let's say pen, and you can just draw your texture, right? Just draw it in there, fill up the whole box. There are examples attached to the Plus portals if you want to look at those, or you could always Google it, right? Just Google texture drawing examples. There's a whole bunch of them if you want to use some of those as inspiration. Totally fine. All right, so I'm going to do the first one just as a Alright, so I would just draw that. And I'm going with fish scales, because that's my favorite one to draw. Can you see this? Yeah, you can. And if you want to, you can fast forward this. Okay, so I'm not going to take the time to do the whole thing, but that's the first thing you can do. If you want to just draw all of your different textures over the whole paper, totally fine with me. If you're not really in the drawing mood and you want to do something a little bit different, remember, there's 2 types of texture, so this is still kind of like the first one. You can take a leaf, and I took this from my plant outside, or you could get like bubble wrap or whatever kind of cool texture rubbings you think would look really neat. I'm going to turn this over. So I would take, if you found a leaf, you put it underneath your paper. Hoping this works. And I'm going to use a pencil for this one. So my leaf is underneath the paper, and I am rubbing right on top to get that leaf texture in there. And I don't know if you can, yeah, you can't really see it yet, so I'll go close up so you can see it. But you get all those really nice veins in there. Oops. Just be careful not to rip the paper. Right. So I started with my leaf, and then it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but see how that turned out? Right. If you use like a crayon or a bigger leaf, right, it will obviously turn out a little bit better, but that is second option, right? So you have option 1, option 2. All right, now these are both one type of texture. Remember, there's 2 types, which you would know if you answered those questions and watched the video. All right, so those are one type of texture. The second type of texture is a texture that you can actually feel, right? So you can't actually feel this too much. You see it, but you can't really feel it as much. This one you definitely can't feel. All right, this is just a cotton ball. All right. Your third option for your texture is if you have any glue or adhesive of whatever kind, right? You can find a cool texture. All right, maybe rip it up. Totally up to you. And let's see, I'm gonna put it in this corner. And you can just stick it on there. It's getting a little messy. So again, you don't have to draw the whole thing. You don't have to, you could find all the textures and attach them if you wanted to. Totally up to you, however you want to go about it. And I might need to spread this out a little bit to fill in the whole thing. Right. So again, just remember that you need to fill in the entire paper. Right. So I am going to finish this up. I will show you what it looks like when I'm completed. Right. I do not want you to copy this exact one. Just like all the time in class, I never want you to copy what I do because I've already seen it. Right? I want to see what you can do, what you can find, all that good stuff. All right. So let me finish this up. I'll see if I can kind of fast forward it a little bit, and then I will show you what it looks like at the end. All right. So I will see you guys in a second. Hey guys. Okay, so this is my finished product. Again, all of the squares or all of the spaces are complete. There's a different texture in each one. Alright, I found some bubble wrap that I stuck on there. You can see that I filled in the space that the bubble wrap didn't fill. Alright, even my leaf that I drew on top of, alright, I filled it in with other textures. Alright, these are all really simple. Alright, it didn't take me that long. Alright, really simple. This is the bare minimum of what I'm looking for. Alright, you got a little fur-like texture. I attempted a little wood grain. You have a little stippling here. See the value change, how it's dark here, lighter here. Hard brick texture. Some scales going different ways. Alright, so a whole bunch of different things on here. different textures. This is what I'm looking for. Oh, and last thing that I did not do, make sure your name is on here somewhere. Name. Just stick it wherever so I can see it. Alright, you can even make it the file name if you're good with computers. Alright, so that is what I'm looking for. Okay. Alright, I hope you guys are staying safe, and I will see you eventually, you know, when we come back. We gotta come back at some time, right? But yeah, so stay safe, wash your hands a lot, and you will see me in the next video. Bye, guys.